Imagine just waking up, right, and you're in the middle like of a white room, naked, covered in fluid, and you hear that voice.
Which one?
That one you just
This
did.
one?
What?
Daniel.
Yeah, what
Daniel.
the fuck? But you hear it in your head.
But shouldn't it sound weird? Like Daniel.
No.
Just straight
It
up.
ain't Freddy Cougar, homie.
Just straight up.
Just straight up.
Or what if you heard this one?
Yo. Daniel.
Okay, so
Wake up, Daniel.
so that's two scenarios, right? You went from waking up in a mothership of like aliens, you just got abducted,
Mm-hmm.
to you just died and now you're in hell.
Yeah, that's
Both of them
true.
are crazy, huh?
That's true.
What'd you rather have? What'd you rather have?
The abduction.
No, duh, right?
Duh. All right, let's go back to this one. All right.
So you wake up, you're in the middle of like a white room, naked, covered in like water, like sticky, like syrup. You know what I mean?
In your days, right? Your days.
You're obviously like
you're
just
like barely waking up.
You know how have you ever taken like a lot of melatonin and gone to sleep?
Yeah.
And then you know how you wake up and you just do not want to wake up?
Exactly.
You're just extremely tired because it just does to you. And you know what else does that? When you drink a lot of cough syrup.
Mm-hmm.
You ever drink a lot of NyQuil and you wake up, you just do not want to wake up. It just gets a hold of you nasty and it puts you in a crazy sleep.
Yeah, I've had a bunch of moments like that where you just
you just nah.
You feel like by taking all that stuff you're gonna get better. If you're sick, you just drink a bunch of medicine and stuff like that. But that doesn't help. It just kind of like, like tones down the sickness, but it doesn't cure you quicker.
No. It doesn't even say it cures you.
It
just
doesn't.
Says, I think it says it helps or it controls it for a little bit or something. It doesn't cure it.
Yeah. So okay. So you wake up and you hear this. Daniel, you there?
Yeah, you're like, what?
Daniel,
What happened? Where am I? Right? And then you notice that I have a scar right here, right?
Yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna say like all your scars are gone and you're like no hair and yeah, let's do that. Your scar is gone, no hair,
Like
eyebrow,
skin perfect.
bald, everything.
Yeah.
Skin's perfect, no eyelashes, no fingernails are perfectly. You know what I mean?
You got cloned.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a good one,
right?
I was gonna say that, but that's a good one.
Like why would they clone you though?
But you don't know that you got cloned, and you don't know if the original you is still you, but that is not. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Now, how do you know who is you and who is you?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because your mind, everything, memories, everything.
Like, have you
It's
seen
still
the Mirror
there.
of Black? Have you seen the episode of Black Mirror where they clone people and they put them in this little control in the middle of the room where they use it as like an Alexa?
No,
Hey Alexa,
I
turn off the lights. But there's really somebody cloned inside in the control room controlling the lights and stuff.
No, I
Is
never
that from
seen
the
that
new
one.
season?
No. This is the old
Oh,
season.
I haven't seen that one.
They clone somebody and they put them in there and they torture them into working there.
Mhm.
By torturing them, they put him in that room.
Yeah.
They say, hey, so your clone, your new job is to just whatever they say, you do it, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, well, let's see how 10 years in here isolated will do for you. She leaves and comes back, and then it's like a second, but she really just went through like 10 years of that.
Yeah.
And she's all like, please don't leave me, please don't leave me. Okay, you're gonna do that? Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let's see how 100 years does to you. She leaves the room, she comes back in a second, and she already went through 100 years. She's all under the desk, like shivering, like, all right, please, I'll do it. Please never do that again.
The hell?
So now she's controlled, like instantly brainwashed.
Yeah.
So whenever the guy will come in and be like, hey, turn off the lights, she's in the control room sitting down, turning off the lights. You know what I mean?
Bro, yeah, but that's crazy.
That's
dude.
crazy,
I don't think
right?
I've seen that episode.
I
I
need
need
to watch it.
Actually, season 6 already came out.
But what if
too.
Alexa is a clone of the original Alexa?
Yeah.
But the original Alexa doesn't care or mind of that.
Yeah.
But that same Alexa is inside of there in the opposite direction, caring about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like blowing
But
my
who
mind
do
right
you
now.
know? But there is an episode of Rick and Morty where they clone each other.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
seen
that
that
one.
But you don't know who's the original.
Because okay, so this kind of connects to another episode of Black Mirror that I saw. Right, it was I think it was last season. It's two friends, and they reconnect. I don't know if they reconnect, but they just kind of start playing a game that they used to play whenever they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
You seen that one?
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever they start playing, I guess one of the friends ends up kind of introducing this new sense of like playing video games where it was like kind of like VR but on steroids.
Okay.
Like you
So-
can feel everything.
Feel everything. So they put a little thing on you, right?
Was that the one with the Falcon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that one. They put something on you, and then so you're in the game and everything. But the characters they chose on the game is one of them is a guy and the other one's a girl.
Yeah.
They're both guys in the real world.
Yeah.
But in their characters in the game, it was one boy and one girl.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to say is that, like in that world, you don't know whether you're a man or a girl in real life because in that game you think that that's real.
Yeah.
So what happens in that episode? They end up falling in love.
I saw that.
Because regardless if you were a man in real life, in that world, you're a woman.
Mhm.
So you think more like a
So
woman.
you just kind of forget about the real world. Now you're actually
Yeah.
in that
yeah.
game.
It's crazy, bro.
But Apple just unveiled their new
the VR
the
stuff.
VR stuff. So
They're not calling it VR.
It's augmented reality.
but it
Yeah.
is.
It is obviously, but they have their own way of kind of changing the terminology, you know, for everything. So they kind of reinvent everything themselves.
But I feel like it's gonna come to a point where we're gonna have some Ready Player One stuff mixed with some surrogate type of stuff.
Mhm.
You know, you remember the movie
Mhm.
Surrogate, and where your job you do at work, you
Mhm.
can do it in VR,
Yeah.
correct?
Mhm.
Like let's say you wake up, you go to your desk right here, you put on your headset, you're already sitting down in your office,
yeah.
right? Your boss can come and talk to you because he just has to, you know what I mean, literally walk over there. But you could get up, walk, and then everybody meets at the lounge or something. Do you remember Xbox? I think it was
Xbox.
Xbox or PS4 that they had a lounge.
Mhm.
I think it was PlayStation.
Was it PlayStation? I
believe
forget who
so.
it was, but they had a lounge where you can
customize your own character.
customize your own character. Everybody meets up at the lounge,
Mhm.
and it's literally like you're in a you know what I mean, a place where
Oh,
there's
Like a break room
everybody-
or something. Yeah.
like a break room. Everybody's just there talking, texting, whatever, right?
Kind of like
But that's
Destiny.
the-
I don't know if you ever played Destiny.
No, not Destiny.
Yeah,
So-
in
so-
Destiny, there's a lounge where people can actually just chill in there.
So
Mhm.
so who's to say you can't go and have a whole nother world in there?
Of course.
And how many
yeah.
people are those type of people? I kind of am where I don't want to go. I rather just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stay home. I don't want to
So,
go out.
so imagine if that in that VR you go to a to watch a movie somewhere.
That's what I'm
Mm.
saying.
You go and
but,
sit
but
down,
you can
pick
go
your
with your
seats, everything.
friends.
Yeah, dude.
Like we all can hear each other. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
have like a proximity mind where we can hear or we can like click whoever we want to hear. The rest, you know how
Yeah.
there's always that one annoying person in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Mute him,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
That
Bro,
would
that's
be pretty
insane,
cool.
dude.
Or
That'd be
if he gets
cool.
reported 4 times, he immediately get kicked out of the movie.
Yeah.
Like
Right?
imagine being able to be like Ready Player One, where like let's say you guys are playing a certain game and you're
Mhm.
already there, but y'all like in it. I come back from work or something and I could just join y'all. Like, hey, where y'all at? Oh, I'm in this lobby. Okay, I'm about to join y'all. Kind of like if y'all playing actual game.
It would definitely
but be inside of the game.
It would definitely be worlds like RuneScape.
Yeah.
Everybody can be in the same world, but
Yeah.
we'll have
Imagine
different
that.
lobbies
That's
because of
crazy.
because
Yeah.
if you have everybody in the same place, it's gonna overrun. You know what I mean? It's gonna
Mm.
It's like
it's gonna get high and it's too much data. So they'll
Yeah.
break it up in worlds.
Yeah.
So Ivan will be like, "Hey guys, where y'all at? Oh, we're at World 3 at speed racing." You know what I mean?
yeah.
And he comes and he gets on his car and he meets us there. We're
That'd be
racing,
insane.
right?
So I'm pretty sure that they'll kind of make it to where it's this is like the realistic world, and then you can choose to go into like this crazy video game looking
Mhm.
world and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Each world, I feel like it's gonna be designed for something. Like, hey, let's
Yeah.
go to Hawaii. So that's World 13. We'll
Yeah.
go World 13. You're immediately in the beach and then mimic
everything-
Hawaii.
everything,
Everything
yeah.
you could do in Hawaii, you could do it there.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go to Disneyland, you don't have to wait in lines. You could just do it yourself. It's like a vacant, or you
Yeah.
can put people in there if you want. You know what I mean? You go with your family. It's in the same experience. You're gonna feel the same thing as a ride. You're gonna see the same piece of gum somebody dropped in real life in there. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know
I
about
I
that.
feel
That's
like-
too much.
I feel like
No,
even
that's
if
you know what I mean?
Okay.
even if you were let's say you were to get on a roller coaster and you just take away the wind, you can do that on a VR, right? Like you're gonna be experiencing the roller coaster the same exact way.
But it's still gonna be like to a point where maybe it could be like a dome where you
Like a
enter.
dome?
You know how those little game chairs they have where
Mhm.
you sit down. You have to. What if it's like a
Oh,
little
that's
room? You sit
true.
down. You have everything.
Wind,
Mist.
after, yeah.
Fire. If you touch fire, you get burned. You know what I mean? Like even in Ready Player One, they had those vests where if you get
Oh,
hit,
yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you could feel it. You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
like that's a cool thing. I don't know about the water and all that stuff because you're gonna have technology. So it's like imagine
That's what
your
you think
whole-
now. But
Yeah.
think about
4D
think about
theaters.
think about the Apple VRs and they introduced. They don't even have a control anymore.
Oh,
They
yeah.
use their hands. They have little cameras outside of the headset or whatever, where it kind of detects your arms and everything, so you don't even need gloves, nothing.
I kind of feel that's the difference between VR and augmented reality. Augmented reality actually, it's your reality. Like
Yeah.
actually, like you instead of having a computer, you can actually be right here in your desk without a computer and use it.
Mhm.
While VR is not here. It's more like it's gonna be a white room in the I guess like
The VR
the
world,
VR
whatever.
world or something.
Yeah.
So it's like two different things.
Yeah.
Got you. So
I'm
you
trying
so
to- yeah.
literally you're looking through the goggles or whatever, but everything you can see your whole room, but it
Mhm.
just so happened there's a screen now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Insane,
I seen
bro.
somebody working on contacts for that.
Really?
Contacts.
Contacts. Like you can see that
Oh my
every time you
God,
go
dude.
up to somebody, little screen pops out saying, "Hey, that's Daniel Tovar. He works for this company, this and that." Like you won't forget names. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like you'll go and then you'll see the road will kind of highlight to where you're going, and
Yeah.
each plan food will come out with the little calorie counts. Like, hey, this hamburger has
oh,
14,
wow.
this and that, this and that.
How do you guys think as far as like now that we're kind of steering away more and more to that world where we're not gonna be doing too much and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like we're gonna be more like lazier. You know? Do
I
you
was
guys
thinking
think about that?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. So what I was thinking about is this. I don't know about you, but for me, when my parents say, "Hey, how did you meet?"
Yeah.
We went to the club, we met each other, this and that, right? I met my girl on Facebook.
Hmm.
Like if it wasn't for that, I'll still be single right now because I don't have like I can't go up to a girl and talk to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to do it through Facebook. So I feel like it's gonna be the same thing with VR, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, how far would it go for it to like become maybe a problem? You see what I mean? Like
Hmm.
catfish will be one thing, right? There
Big
there
thing.
has to be
That's
some
very
way
big
you can verify somebody's identity, but you kind of don't. Would you want to?
Well, I mean,
Would that be a law for somebody to be like, hey, if you click your profile, you have to have your valid ID? Display?
you've heard of long distance relationships, right? So you don't necessarily have to be if you're gonna be living in that world, bro.
You don't have
Right?
to, right?
I don't think you even have to see anybody. You can probably fall in love with somebody that you have never or will never see because
Well-
you see them in that world.
Well, why can't it be like this? Why can't it be more like, obviously, it should be more like kids have their own type of worlds
Mhm.
where no adult can be with them
Mhm.
unless you create your own world where it's like a parent and a kid, right? Just so there won't be no like younger kids with like adults and you know all that type of shit,
Kind of
right?
like YouTube and kids YouTube.
Yeah,
and
pretty
normal
much like
YouTube.
that. But like, and also whenever you're playing, let's say you're a girl, I can be able to go up to you, go to information on your character, and I can see your whole profile. I can see who you are, where you live.
Yeah.
But
Not like detail wise where I
Yeah.
can track you.
but you probably don't want that though.
Why not?
Like I don't know. Let's say
Or at least where you can see, okay, he has an Instagram. Let me go to his Instagram. You can see that Instagram, and it's actually him. Like, there's no way that you can put somebody else's Instagram.
Okay, yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
that's as far as it should go.
You know what I mean?
Same
Yeah.
as a profile.
Yeah, you
right?
gotta put some information in there.
Mhm.
But you can fake that still.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, you
it
can
shouldn't
still
be
fake
where
that.
like there has to be a verification thing.
Well,
where
look, what I'm
it
trying to
scans your
say-
face.
What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter what gender, anything you are in there. Obviously, age matters, but you can be dating a guy
Yeah.
that maybe is not a guy, and it'll be fine because you're only dating in that world. I'm talking about years
Oh,
from now,
yeah.
Yeah,
where this
but
is
I
a normal
still-
thing. You know?
Either way it goes, it could be bad things to the point where maybe everybody's gonna be obese because they don't move no more. They're in there all
Wall-E.
the time.
Yeah,
Wally. Maybe they'll well, maybe not because people don't care about food anymore. They care about playing in there, right?
Yeah.
But it could be a good thing also. Like, for example, I would never let my daughter go spend the night at some girl's house or a
Mhm.
friend's house. But in VR, I know she's there at the house,
Yeah.
locked or safe inside the house. She can go sleep over at her house. She can go watch a movie with her friends. She can have the social, because there's no difference between, well, there kind of is a difference between me and you being together physically.
Yeah.
Then in VR, we'll say the same jokes. We'll talk about the same things, right?
Yeah.
So it'll kind of be the same thing, right? Would it change you in a person where you get to experience this whole thing, right?
Yeah.
That you wouldn't, because like I'm kind of overprotective father or whatever, but I do it for reasons, right? Because this world sucks and it's crazy.
Yeah.
But now you have the opportunity to let your kids become independent by themselves. You know what I mean?
No, I think there's gonna be a lot of good, but also a lot of bad, and it's probably gonna present itself like years after. Like we're not gonna know the just how bad it could get unless they open that door. But then again, like they can regulate it too. They can be like, hey, after this time, shut it down. It's only going to be from this time to this time, whatever. Yeah. And then, after that, you go and explore in the real world because you have to,
But how much control will the population be now, right? You go to McDonald's, you don't have to wait a whole line. You can go to, Galveston, they won't be overcrowded. You go to Disneyland, they won't be overcrowded. 95% of the population is on VR right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if Apple, I think it's kind of pushing that, that whole VR and what is it called? Augmented reality. Then
AR.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna get to the point where
other companies.
No, it's gonna get to the point where Apple is gonna just push it so far that everybody's gonna get it. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about iPhones. How many people have iPhones,
bro?
You know what I mean?
You know what I was thinking about? Augmented reality, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they do create the contacts that I'm telling you about, where it's gonna help you so much. It's gonna make you into a superhuman because you get to see all the stuff. You get to, because if you see something every day, let's say you read the same book every day, you're gonna remember it.
Yeah.
You read it once, you're not gonna remember it. But if you see all these specific specs on everything you see every day, you're gonna remember. You're gonna know it by heart. And you're gonna keep learning. You're gonna become a superhuman. You know what I mean? But as soon as you take them off, you're gonna be like,
you're gonna be
taking off your glasses.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you can't see. You're gonna be weak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your phone, bro. How many times do I feel like, oh shit, my phone's vibrating, but really I don't even have my phone.
Yeah.
It's just your body is addicted to it and is reacting to it. Like I don't know. Have you ever seen that?
Well, I mean, for me, it takes a couple times, a couple weeks for me to be like, oh, I'm used to this now, right?
But if I take your phone away right now, you're gonna react a specific way. Like, damn, my phone. You know what I mean?
But
every once in a while, you're gonna reach for it.
You're gonna reach for it because it's missing. I know what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is like it's kind of like you for years you've been using this program, right? And then they introduced this program, so now you have to switch to this. You're gonna be doing things that you did on this program because that's what you're used to.
Because what I'm saying is the body gets addicted to stuff.
It gets addicted.
If they introduce that, bro, people are gonna be so addicted to it, they're not gonna want to get off of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And like it's crazy how who gave them this information, right? I'm pretty sure somebody like thought about it, but who wrote that code, right? Like it's gotta be aliens or some shit, right? Aliens?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, there's like this cases of people that supposedly saw some aliens too. So I don't know why. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but I've been seeing a lot of UFOs and alien stuff on my TikTok. I don't know if it's because I clicked on one video, now everything's popping up. But there's so many cases nowadays that this is kind of like a normal thing now. We're getting kind of like pushed this whole like, hey, this happens and there's cases of that, and it's kind of like we're getting unsensitized to it.
Yeah, and I think the government also like they're kind of giving up. Yeah, they're kind of giving up because I mean it's just too much now.
Yeah.
But still, have you seen any realistic, convincing footage? Because these days, bro, you have a whole fake video of like the president of the United States saying these things, right? But really, it's not even him. But who knows? It looks so legit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like we're in a day and age where nothing is really convincing.
But that's kind of like what I mean by being unsensitized, or unsensitized, because we're so used to seeing some fake stuff or crazy CGI that when we see like something that might be real, we already think about that. We were like, oh, it's probably fake.
I saw this one video where SpaceX launched a rocket, but the rocket made like a weird
I seen it
shape and cloud in the sky that everybody, like even cars were crashing and stuff because they're like, what's going on? But they confirmed it was a SpaceX rocket that just kind of looked funny because it was breaking the sound barrier and it was leaving some sort of trails behind it.
There's a name for it, but I forgot what it was called.
It looked crazy though, but still, there's an explanation for everything. But
okay, but let's think outside the box though. Okay, what if it was aliens? What if that stuff was somebody coming and visiting? Like, why would they want to come? You know what I mean? That's what I always think about myself. And then also, like, if you're coming from somewhere else and you have this advanced technology, why would it look like you can't even control yourself coming into the atmosphere?
I think it was a mess up for them. Like
maybe
they crashed because they messed up. You know what I mean?
One of those dummies.
Yeah, like I think they're everywhere. They just once in a while their system will shut down because of whatever reason. and then they'll go down. You know what I mean? That's instantly where we come in and clean it
Yeah.
up, because we probably have a deal with them. Say, hey, if one of us goes down, please help us clean it up and don't tell
Yeah.
nobody.
So let's say like you go to your backyard and you do see something, like you start looking through the window or something like that, and you see some 9 feet tall, like weird looking alien looking people. Would you try to like go investigate, or will you
I'll
just
take
leave
a
it
picture
alone?
and just leave it alone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like I would be so stupid to go after it.
You know what
Like,
I would do?
want to be like, if you're gonna abduct it, abduct me.
Yeah.
You know what I would do?
Well,
I would record, and then I'll tell you to record me recording my phone, recording that,
just
Mm.
to like double confirm that. I mean, can you Photoshop that?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I mean, everything's.
And then I will bring out my other phone to show like CNN or something, like time and
I
stuff.
have like 10 phones.
Yeah, like don't wait up. This is fake. You know what I mean?
Imagine, bro. You're not gonna have time for all that, bro.
They're gone already.
You're gonna see
but you know what I mean?
Daniel
Like,
running with like a whole production behind him and shit. No, but I think my first instinct will probably be the same thing. Will be like fear, but then I'm like, is this true what I'm seeing? And then maybe investigate. Like maybe go open the doors.
Nah,
Because dude,
I wouldn't
imagine
open
being
it.
not. I don't think you'll be the first one, but imagine having a friend that's an alien and he teaches you everything because you let him in, right? You
yeah, but
open
still,
the door.
imagine
you know?
imagine you're in the middle of the ocean. You see a shark. You don't want to be that first person that want to be the shark's friend, right?
Yeah, but the reason why we don't want to be their friends because we know that they might kill us.
Exactly.
In the sense that we've seen it happen before. We don't know if this guy can
That's
kill
true.
us.
That's true.
Right?
Okay, what if do you see a dinosaur? Would you want to be the first friend?
Well, that's
We
because
know that he
No,
can
you
kill
don't
us
know
too.
that.
No, we've seen it though.
Yes.
No, you
Well,
don't know that. You see
we haven't
movies.
seen it, but I'm saying like they're known to eat. Well, you know what I'm trying to. I don't know.
Yeah, they're probably known to eat also because they have to survive.
Yeah,
you see what I mean? You don't know
but
if they don't
that's
eat.
true.
But I think at the time, like,
But that's true. I
I don't want to take that risk
Nah, I don't.
because why would what I'm thinking is like, if I'm an alien, right, and I just so happen to have the technology to go to a different world,
Mhm.
and I'm only by myself or with some maybe 2 people, I know there's a big chance that I might get killed.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to a world where there might be something that can kill me. So my first instinct might not be to attack you. It will be to make contact and convince you that I'm not a threat.
Yeah.
Whether I'm going to kill you after, that's different. But I'm not going to initially try to kill you because I know I'm going to lose this fight eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the scenario, right?
Mhm.
Me, you, and him, we're chilling in my mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching a movie, whatever. We're just like kind of dozing off. It's probably like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
My parents, they're like, let's say at a party, right? My family's at their house, Yaneli's at her house, whatever, right? It's just us 3 at the house. And we hear a loud noise in the back.
Like
And then not a crash, maybe like a
Boom?
like a just a thump.
Okay.
Somebody landed.
Okay,
Somebody
so
didn't crash, somebody just landed.
Can't even hear.
You know what I mean? We go out and in our backyard there's like a small little ship.
Yeah.
And it's like let's
How
say
small though?
like size of this room, type of small.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it
I
ain't.
thought you were
no-
talking about like super
No,
small.
Probably the size of his room. Lands in
Okay.
our, it isn't big enough to land in our backyard. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And let's say 2 teens, aliens, come out,
Yeah.
right?
But
And
they look like humans or kind of
they
weird?
look like humans, just a little taller. You know, evolution kind of got to them. Maybe,
super slick.
maybe. So they come from the future,
Okay.
which is us. Which technically aliens are us from the future.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If there's no life anywhere else. But let's say in the future, oxygen got a little crazier because of global warming and carbon monoxide. So their lungs had to develop a little bit stronger to breathe it. Maybe they grew a little bit of gills because they needed extra airway to breathe. Maybe they're taller or shorter because the atmosphere pushing them down. They're short and they're bald because, or they're hairy because they need to cover from the sun because of global warming, right? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like, hey guys, you know, can we we ran out of fuel, can you help us out? You know what I mean? Like we need,
Yeah.
let's say we need do you have any
Blood?
antifreeze? Do you have any antifreeze? That's the only thing I can think of that you guys have. And it's, oh yeah, we do have some antifreeze. Like, thank you for the fuel, we can get home now, but hey, do you want to know about the future? Do you want to know how the universe was created? Do you want to know what happens when you died?
Yeah.
Would you let them tell us, or you'll be like, nah, we're good?
I think I would want to know, but obviously it would be one of those things where even if you know, you might have people that are not going to believe you.
Yeah, but are you
Well, at least
are
you
you
know.
able to
Yeah.
Are you able to like have that in your system? Like, you know how sometimes you see something horrific, like a car accident.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that because it messes you up, scars you mentally.
Yeah.
Are you able to see that?
I think I
would.
would. I would want to know
Everything.
everything, just to be, to be able to say. Maybe you can even kind of like let your kids know and everything like that, and you probably raise them differently, and they'll probably grow up to be, better people. I don't know, knowing the truth, but it'll be kind of one of those things where it's a big secret, because you know that if you were to say something, then more than likely they're gonna see you as somebody that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to keep it normal, keep it to yourself.
But
it'll be kind of like a hard thing to keep.
Wouldn't you, if you know what's gonna happen, everything? Let's just say they tell you, "Oh, you're gonna die in like 10 weeks." You're gonna be expecting that, which you're probably gonna be doing something different, like trying to like take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that change the future for yourself?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question.
That's a good little topic right there.
Okay. You don't want to know about when you die, but you do want to know about the future. Let's say that.
I feel like that's something that I would like.
No,
to know.
yeah.
Okay.
Will that will be kind of like the way you would die though. Like let's say they were say, hey, in 10 years, there's gonna be this massive meteor that's gonna kill this many people.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to kind of like keep that and not do anything about that, or will you try your best to tell people to prepare for that?
I mean, you can't prepare for it,
right? Because it already happened.
You just enjoy your life until that day comes, right?
Yeah, but let's say you can make it a difference. Would that change the future?
Nobody's gonna
It
believe
probably
you.
will.
Nobody's gonna believe you.
It'll probably make you crazy. They'll probably put you in jail, or there's probably like scientists that they know that that's gonna happen, kind of like that movie. Don't Look Up, I believe, where they see in in few hours it's gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
they're not gonna believe you, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna believe you.
So just rather not know then, huh?
Okay. We all agree to it. They're coming inside our house, right? We're sitting down with them. They're like, "All right, y'all ready?" And then they don't say nothing. They just let it play. Like a holograph just comes up, and the whole room turns into like we're in space.
See, that's what I want.
And it starts with the beginning, right? Let's say, all right, in the beginning, it started with, I don't even know.
You just see a little explosion.
But what if it's not? What if it's nothing that we ever even thought of? Because we only use 20% of our brain.
Yeah.
So we have no idea what nothing is. What if it all started with? I don't even know, bro.
No, but what if he tells you, like, what do they tell you, like, in the most easiest way to like understand? For example,
no. But what I'm trying to say is, what if it's like the craziest, most weirdest thing that happened?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what if it was this? Which it might sound stupid, but what if you just see two kids playing, right? They're just playing whatever. They're playing with marbles, and it zooms into those marbles colliding.
Bro, that's Men in Black.
That's Men in Black.
Yeah. Oh, I have no idea.
That's Men in Black.
That's literally Men in Black.
The marbles were the universe.
Do you think that? You thought about that, or you think you saw it?
No, I swear to God, I never seen it.
What the hell, dude?
Men in Black.
No, that's literally a Men in Black movie.
Really?
And
I've seen Men in Black, but I have never seen that little part.
But I don't let it. But I'm trying to say it's not gonna be something like cliche we always seen where it's
that's
this
what I'm trying to say.
that we zoom in and it's us, right?
Yeah.
It's not that.
Yeah.
It's like something else. Like you gotta think about it. Something way crazier than that. Like,
yeah,
I don't even know. But we're kind of like, what? Like, it's that? You know what I mean? Like,
I really think that this might be the thing, right? We get those people that tell us, hey, you're looking at life the wrong way. It's like, that sometimes whenever you have these type of dreams or when you have these type of memories that you can't explain, well, obviously you're not real. This is all a simulation. Like let me show you. And then he takes you to like the outside of the simulation or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bunch of computers everywhere. Yeah. Like one of those kind of like rooms, like the back rooms type of rooms. And it's just like bunch of software, bunch of computers everywhere where you're not alive. You're just kind of like a CPU in a computer.
Yeah.
Like you're your own thing. You know what I mean? So, but everybody's connected to to the same maybe universe or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
that would blow my mind. And that's kind of what you were asking, like, you know, it's not cliche. I feel like that would be insane.
Imagine
but how
if-
would he take you? I mean, but I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking out
Imagine
crazy.
if he was
No, that's-
to,
yeah,
if he was to push you out, but it's just like a straight up 2x2 where you're standing in, and
Mhm.
everything around is like there's nothing. There's
Yeah.
just a 2x2 of literally you're like this, and it's just straight up your character.
Yeah.
But there's so many different people that, like, let's just say for you, it's like your mom, your dad, everybody that's connected with you,
Mhm.
and then you know everybody has their own type of world.
Yeah.
But for you, you're seeing it like, oh, I can do all of this stuff. But
Yeah.
like once they push you out, you're just this.
Yeah.
And in your vision, you're doing all that. So it's pretty much like having VR,
Yeah.
and you can do everything. But in reality, if you take those VR off,
Mm-hmm.
you're just like this, and well, 2x2 type of shit. You know what I mean?
Damn, what if he does that and he takes your VR off?
Like
And then
right
you're
there
like,
and
no, right there, like what you just said.
Okay.
He's like, you're not who you are. You're not. This is not what who you are.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like goes to your face, like, here it is. And he takes off the glasses, and then you're seeing something you saw in your dream.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be insane.
That'd be crazy, right?
You're there, right?
You're
Like,
at that dream that you keep dreaming, like what?
Mhm.
Like what?
Yeah.
And it all comes to you instantly, like your whole memory just starts coming back, like what? Like that's my mom over there. That's my real mom. Isn't that right?
Right. Like the memories come back. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to the VR thing that we were talking about. What if it gets to the point where
Your dreams interconnect with it.
no, not just that. Like, for example, like
Can you imagine?
so many generations of people that use VR that don't know anything about the real world in some sense. They think that what they're living in the VR world is really the real world.
Mhm.
So that, you know, what are you talking about as far as like whenever they really do take off their VR headset and they start looking at people that they forgot about because they've been living in this world for so long.
Yeah, they're born in there.
Yeah,
Dude, what about that? What if somebody creates
Oh,
like cold
life.
sperm, and then
Mm.
you have kids in there that are
That
inside
grow,
the VR
you raise them,
that you raise,
Kinda like
but they
Free Guy?
can't get out, and then it comes to a point where VR is the only thing alive anymore. The Earth got destroyed and this and that.
Dude.
But going back to the aliens coming to talk to us, right?
Yeah.
You kind of went two separate ways, where it's reality and it's real stuff to kind of like more dimensional stuff.
Mhm.
But then again, dimensional is kind of real, right?
Yeah.
But what if he says, hey, you know, in the year 22 on your timeline, we decided to create Earth as like kind of like an experiment. It's not, the Earth is not real. You're not even,
Yeah.
you're not real. Like, follow me. And then he opens one of those manholes,
Yeah.
oh.
and we go inside. And then there's a door, and we go in. Like, this is the back. This is the mother room or whatever.
Like,
And it's like
yeah.
a whole another world inside, and it's like real people, like aliens, the people with spaceships and stuff. Like, this is what you've been seeing supposedly outside and stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
The government, the real everybody,
It can go so many ways. bro.
dinosaurs.
Imagine like, okay, we do see those aliens, right? And they tell us, it's, you know, we just kind of wanted to revisit this time because this happens in this time, and you know, we're just kind of like there's time travelers, right?
Yeah,
And so they explain everything. Oh, you know, like time it works this way, right? Like you can technically, you know, go every separate way, visit any time that you want with this thing. What, like, for example, you want to go somewhere, and then like they take you, right? But the way they take you or the way they travel is different, and it's not a spaceship that travels through time. It's more like they grab your
Dimension.
soul or what, your spirit or whatever, and they push you to that location.
imagine
Okay.
we go through like a window,
Mm.
mirror or something.
Yeah.
Like you literally just walk to the left.
Yeah.
and-
So for example, it's like watching a movie, right? Like your soul, spirit, whatever. They're taking you through time,
okay.
and then you're watching yourself like walking, and then you trip and you fall, and then it keeps going, and then it's like you running towards your dad and hugging him, and then it keeps going, and then that's your dad meeting your mom. You know what I mean? So it shows
Some
you
Click stuff?
everything.
Like
Yeah,
Click?
like you kind of like Click, exactly,
Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was a thing.
Damn, imagine you
Mhm.
you can literally go through your whole timeline and pick
Yeah.
whatever you want to go through.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like instantly, like
but-
right there, you can.
But would it be just a visual where you can just like rewatch and
Whatever you
reimagine.
did.
Yeah.
Like reimagine something like, oh man, I want to go back to this first date that I had, and you just there sitting down like behind the scene, just looking at, damn, I can't believe I said that.
Yeah.
I can't believe I did this or whatever.
I think it'll be something like that.
Or would
Yeah,
it be
just
where,
like Click.
or would
Yeah.
it be more like
you
can
can
be
change
there.
it.
where you're that person and that specific time, but
Yeah.
only the brain. Like you're literally looking at everything. You're doing everything. If you're grabbing something, you're still grabbing it, but you don't have no control.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
You know,
So
like-
you're saying, are you gonna be in third person or first person?
Yeah, first person. Yeah.
I would say
I
I
think
would
third
say,
person.
I would say
Third
they
person.
know. Damn, that would be weird because it wouldn't explain why they're there.
Mm.
If you can actually talk to them, right?
No, it'll be
No,
first
yeah.
person then. It'll be
First
first person. But you're just aware, both aware where and the right hand you can kind of know what's going on, but the left hand you're thinking about the same thoughts you were thinking at that time.
Yeah, because I think Click was free mode, which
Click
is
was
just
third person. Yeah, it was
Well-
them two in the back looking at him
Yeah.
do that.
free mode.
But that'd be crazy though, dude.
Yeah, that kind of like went crazy.
But you
Like,
know, I had a theory
my
on.
mind.
I had a theory on that where it's kind of stupid.
sorry.
Say
I don't know why I thought about that.
Say it.
But you know how there's mushrooms that if
Mhm.
you eat,
Mm-hmm.
you see for sure 100% weird stuff
Mhm.
that are not there.
Yeah.
What if once in a while, one of those mushrooms, the dust flies and it goes through the air,
Yeah.
and every once in a while, a little bit of it goes inside of you, just enough for you to kind of get a little trip, and that's when you see supposedly a ghost, right?
Yeah.
Or a supposed UFO or whatever, right? What if it's just you tripping on that, right?
But whenever you're tripping on that, is that because that actually is true? Is just or is it because
It's
like
just
you're
because a little bit
drugged
of you're drugged, you're
but it's fake,
it's just in your thought.
or is it unlocking the real?
That's a good one.
Right.
What if your food? What if they were to be putting that in your food like McDonald's? That's why they make it so cheap, so that every day you go and you eat McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
but there's maybe one in every 10 burgers they put a little bit of that mushroom essence in it,
So they can make
so
you
that
see
one
stuff.
person can trip
No,
out.
you know what I thought you were gonna say? I thought you were gonna say, what if we're? Have you ever seen the case of, man? What's that girl's name? It's basically a mom who's obsessed with her daughter, not leaving her. So she puts drugs
Oh.
in her
Oh.
to keep her paralyzed, so she won't go anywhere.
Yeah, dude.
What if the government does that to us on every single thing we eat, which is 95% of fast food, where they put some stuff like that where data doesn't let us see the true earth,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and only the top 1% of the world can not afford
Yeah.
better food they grow, and
Yeah.
they don't see that.
Yeah.
And those sometimes when you don't eat, let's say you're starving, you see the real UFO because that's the real earth. Imagine we all detox and you start seeing the
Damn.
real world.
Right.
Crazy.
Think about
You
this
see
too.
UFOs flying everywhere, skyscrapers, flying cars.
Let me see if I can blow your mind with this too. Okay. You know how we drink water, right? And obviously we don't never drink water that's actually
Real water?
natural, real water, right? There's always like some chemical, some chlorine or something that cleans it
Filter.
up, filtering, right? What if the reason why is because they want to control the fact that you're not able to unlock your full potential brain, right? So we stay kind of dumb, right? Think about like how advanced,
Unaware, more like unaware, dumb, yeah.
dumb. So think about like how advanced technology and ancient civilizations were back then.
Mhm.
Why did we get dumber? Maybe we got smart in the sense that technology is a little bit better, but some of the stuff that they were doing back then, we can't do it now unless obviously we have some crazy, big machines and everything. So what I'm trying to say is that what if that's why they're doing the water thing, to be able to like not help us, but to
Make
be able to
us
like make us
just
dumb.
dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean,
Because
I
and then
feel
there's
like-
only those 1% of people that might have not drink that much water,
yeah.
and that's the Elon Musk or the other people that are Bill Gates and
Yeah.
stuff like that are super smart.
That is true because if you think about it, there's only a handful of people who are famous in the world that are super smart.
Yeah, it's
Right?
rare.
Name a few: Stephen Hawking, Thomas Edison, like Tesla, Elon Musk, supposedly. Who else?
Bill Gates. I mean, Bill Gates is
Bill
they're
Gates,
They're
I'll
just
say Bill
smart,
Gates.
right? They're smart in one thing.
Who
but
else?
I don't know.
Thomas
I mean,
Edison.
maybe people that we don't know,
But
scientists and everything.
Okay, but that's you heard of.
yeah.
you have to be extremely smart for people to know you, right?
Yeah.
But there's like what 9 billion people in this world, and only that handful of people in history have become famous and smart enough for us to even remember.
Well, at least that we know of.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
And how many of them drink water?
You could be smart, but you have to be smart in another level to become a 200 billionaire.
Yeah.
Because why would you use their brains for not making money? You see what I'm saying? Because if you do care about other stuff, you need money to fund it. So then you'll get money.
And how many of them drink water? All of them drink.
No,
water.
I don't know. I'm talking about the water, bro. I'm talking about. I'm kind of leaning more towards like every once in 9 billion we'll have a savant where the only reason they're smart is because
they push these,
the only reason they're smart is because they have photogenic memories and they can remember stuff. Because if you remember something, you're gonna know it for the next time. Where if I read something 2 seconds later, I have no idea what I just read. I have to read it 40 times for me to get stuck in my head. But those people, they can read something and they'll remember it for the rest of their lives. Next one, they'll add 1 + 1, 2, this and that. They'll keep growing. I can't do that. That's why we don't read books, because we'll forget it the next day, or we'll kind of lose track and we'll kind of get bored. But every word they see is like a symbol. They get stuck in their head. They understand it, and then they're able to continue with that. That's why sometimes you see a 10-year-old that knows quantum physics, because first of all, it takes so long for you to start from basics to quantum physics, but they just literally read it all and know it all compared to studying it, taking tests and that. You know what I mean?
It's just certain people have a mind that develops way better than other people. It's not that other people are dumber. It's just that some people just have a better brain than other people.
But what I'm saying with that is that history shows that people back in the days were so swole but with a small brain. And then now we're like, people are kind of fat with a big brain. And in the future, people are going to be all disfigured with a huge ass brain, smart as hell. Look at Stephen Hawking. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's fun.
That's messed up. But
rest in peace.
That's crazy how, who knows what the future's going to come, right?
Yeah.
But that'd be crazy if we have that conversation with those aliens, right?
Yeah, it'll be one of those things where
they leave, we look at each other like, damn.
Yeah, you won't see anything the same anymore.
You won't, but at the same time, would it change you in a way where you kind of appreciate it more? Because, like, let's say they say, oh, we read about you in the history books, in our history books. Like, the whole earth has gone through eras where, we have the Renaissance era where people, we have the barbarian era where people didn't care and they killed each other. And your era is more of the, you guys are so stuck on money for some reason. You guys were kind of brainwashed to think that you need money to survive, to be happy. So that's all you strive for. That's all your brain was kind of programmed to do and live the rest of your life. You're in an era where people are so sensitive and are divided and cry about everything. They're confused about who they are. They don't know if they want to be guys. They don't know if they want to be girls. They're so mean to each other. They discriminate against other colors. There's still racism. Like, we only heard about racism in the history books. Like, this is an era where people are racist against each other. They're trying to change their physicality. Yeah. They're trying to take other people's money for whatever reason. It's just so programmed, and you know what I mean. Like, you don't even spend time with your kids anymore because you're so busy trying to make this money. So you're kind of changing, you're changing generations because of that. Because physically, you're mentally you're messing them up, and you're shaping. And then by the year 2050, you guys kind of got the hang of it and kind of realized, hey, we're steering in the wrong direction. We got to change. So, you know what I mean? This thing happened where now new rules come to play and it kind of helped. And if it wasn't for that, you guys would have ended. And then we have a whole book on times where the world was going to end, but it got kind of changed. Maybe we came and told you, hey, I need to stop doing that, and kind of pushed out.
And that's probably the reason why they were visiting. They're like,
kind of
Daniel, in the year 2050, you are actually the person that actually changed. This is why we're letting you know, because there's also one thing that we forgot to tell you that's gonna fix this situation. And then now for the next 20 years, you now are focusing on studying blah blah blah, and then you end up being the person that saves humanity or something like that.
Yeah, like another Elon
Crazy.
I'm like, I'm good.
All right, man. I don't even think we did an intro.
No, we didn't.
What episode? 26.
26.
26. All right. So what's going on, guys? welcome back to the Se Ria Podcast. This is episode 26. And we're actually done with the podcast already. So this is an outro too. So hopefully you guys enjoy the podcast episode 26. Stay tuned for episode 27. Hopefully you're not gonna take another week off, but you'll see us hopefully next week. And enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Adios.